Imagine a room where everyone feels comfortable and confident. Then, someone walks in who asks a deeper question, notices a missed pattern, or challenges an accepted assumption. The atmosphere shifts. This defensive reaction has little to do with academic degrees. It is a biological response to uncertainty, triggered when our sense of safety and social standing feels challenged. The intelligent person usually isn't trying to embarrass anyone. However, their presence alone can create an uncomfortable benchmark that makes others question their own abilities. Intelligence acts as a psychological mirror. The fear we feel is actually the discomfort of seeing our own inadequacies reflected back at us. Most of us build our identity around what we know. We like feeling competent and capable because that feeling of mastery provides a sense of security within our environment. When someone highly intelligent identifies a gap in our knowledge, the brain experiences an ego threat, interpreting this challenge as a danger to our self-concept. This triggers the amygdala. Our biology reacts to complex arguments exactly like a physical predator, shifting into high alert. When we avoid or criticize a brilliant individual, we are often just following an ancient biological script designed to protect our ego from the pain of being wrong. Human beings crave certainty. We create beliefs about society, relationships, and success to provide ourselves with a sense of psychological comfort. Highly intelligent people often dismantle these comforts by asking for evidence or pointing out contradictions. They search for the truth, even if that truth is inconvenient. The brain often fails to distinguish between a challenge to a belief and a challenge to the person holding it. This makes a simple question feel like a personal attack. We fear these minds because they force us to rethink our worldview, trading the safety of a comfortable lie for the weight of an uncertain truth. Human groups naturally form hierarchies based on predictable markers like age, wealth, or authority. These ranks provide a stable social order that everyone understands. Intelligence introduces a variable that these hierarchies cannot always control. When a junior employee identifies a future risk that a senior manager missed, the established order of experience overall begins to crumble. This foresight creates anxiety for those whose confidence is tied strictly to their title. If a newcomer can solve a problem that experts have struggled with for years, the expert's status is suddenly at risk. Because brilliance creates this kind of social friction and unpredictability, many systems choose to suppress intelligent individuals. Groups often prioritize the stability of the hierarchy over the progress that new ideas might bring. Effective manipulation requires a group that accepts information without questioning motives. It depends on predictable, emotional thinking to maintain control. Critical thinkers act as a social immune system. They analyze evidence and identify emotional deception, making it difficult for dishonest behavior to go unnoticed. To those who rely on control and deception, an intelligent person represents a structural threat. They are often isolated because their ability to see through the why makes the entire system of manipulation vulnerable. Throughout history, societies have consistently rewarded conformity. Innovation creates uncertainty, and as we have seen, the human brain is wired to resist uncertainty at almost any cost. Socrates was targeted by his peers because his relentless questioning threatened the comfortable norms of Athens. When the collective ego feels exposed, the group often moves to silence the thinker rather than address the flaw. We see the same pattern with Nikola Tesla. His ability to foresee complex outcomes was initially met with mockery. Society often ignores the visionary until their ideas become too undeniable to suppress. This creates a tragic cycle. The exact intellectual qualities needed to push humanity forward are the ones we are most likely to fear, because progress requires the destruction of the status quo. A common misconception is that high intelligence is tied to arrogance or a desire to dominate. In reality, the most brilliant minds are often the most humble. The more a person learns, the more they realize the staggering scale of what they do not know. This creates a natural curiosity and a deep awareness of their own limitations. When intelligence is combined with empathy, it becomes an inspiring force. It's a tool for collective growth, helping others see further than they could on their own. Ultimately, intelligence itself is not the enemy. The real struggle takes place within our own minds as we decide how to respond to the reflection we see in others. Faced with someone who thinks deeper, we can protect our ego by pulling away, or find the courage to learn from them. Wisdom is defined by our response to brilliance. It is the ability to look into the intellectual mirror and grow from what we see, without letting our insecurities make us feel small.